and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a Q&A for you, which is exciting because I haven't done one of these since October. I don't know why I said October because it's October now. I definitely meant January. So I haven't done one of these since January, which has been a very, very long time. So I asked you guys on Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, that's your loss. But yeah, so I'm gonna answer your guys' questions and follow me on there for my next time I ask for questions. You can ask me questions too. I really do a lot of Q&As on my Instagram stories, so there's a lot going on over there. Okay, so let's just get into this. I've screenshotted some that are completely random, which I love a good random question because I want to know the stupid about people, you know? Oh my gosh, this is actually a really good question. So someone asked, why do you rarely smile with your teeth? You have a gorgeous smile, thank you. It's just something that is easier, I guess, when vlogging, because sometimes your smile can look really cheesy. I don't know, I'm a very smiley person though in real life, but even it's just I feel like throughout the years it's been a lot easier for me just to soft smile, if you will, because sometimes when I'm drunk also I look really, really dumb. So I just try to avoid it all. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a little insecure about my teeth. And I feel like if that's my biggest insecurity, then I'm doing pretty well. Okay, the next question is thoughts on alcohol, daily wine, only with friends or only at Chipotle? That's pretty funny. As I've gotten older, I don't drink as much as I used to. I used to just love going out and getting drunk with my friends, and then I also really liked getting drunk with my friends in my house. Nowadays, I probably drink maybe on average 1 alcoholic beverage a week. I probably go out once a month, which there's nothing against, you know, going out with your friends. It's just that I can't hang like I used to. I wish I could, but the hangovers are too rough for me these days. And then also I just don't drink daily wine. I'm not a daily wine drinker. I wish I was, but I'm not that type of sophisticated. So wine tastes like wine to me. Next one is pros and cons of leasing your car. And I thought this one was a really good adult question because I actually never get asked about this, but I leased my Jeep Grand Cherokee. I think my lease is up in, I know my lease is up in April. I don't know why I said I think it is. I've experienced my pros and cons. So a little backstory on why I decided to lease my Jeep. So my uncle worked for Jeep and Dodge and stuff in Cincinnati, and so he really saw how Jeeps and stuff were made. He told me that Jeeps are really, really good for about 3 to 5 years, and then after that they start to become expensive. And I mean, I guess it's that way with any car. So I didn't know if an SUV was something I would want for a really long time, so I wanted to kind of ease into it and figure out if that's something I really want to invest in, and if I wanted to keep that car after the end of the lease, I could do that. So that's why I personally did that, and that's definitely a pro because you have that freedom. It's just kind of like leasing a apartment or something like that. You have the freedom of being able to do whatever at the end of the lease, which is amazing. Personally, I don't know quite yet what I'm going to do once my lease is up. I really love my SUV. I love the Jeep, but I kind of want something new, which is the point of a lease, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's beside the point. The negative parts of a lease is you can only have a certain amount of miles. So when you sign at the dealership, you sign for X amount of miles every year, and then at the end of the lease, if you're over X amount of miles, you have to pay that, which is a bitch. So I'm always kind of second guessing, am I over what I should be at this month? So obviously I use more miles closer to Christmas because Cody and I are bouncing back and forth. I mean, that hasn't really been a problem with me because I don't really go on a lot of road trips, thankfully. Another thing about the whole leasing is you don't own it. You know what I mean? You don't have that ownership of owning a car. Obvious ownership of owning a car. It's just it's not yours at the end of the day. So it's kind of just like how renting is when it comes to an apartment. You're just kind of throwing money away, which obviously is a luxury. Wow, this is a really adult talk. I'm sorry if this is boring anyone, but I don't know. There's definitely pros and cons. Would I do it again? Yes. Will I do it again? I'm up in the air about it. So my great aunt and uncle, they've always leased cars, and I think that's fine, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I really have enjoyed my time though leasing my car. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to give their opinions below, but that's just my opinion. Don't come for me. This girl asked, have I ever had a cavity? Oh, have I had a cavity? Yes, I've had many cavities. I take after my mom. No matter how much I brush my teeth and take care of them, they're just terrible. And that's the truth. I mean, you either have good genes or you don't have good genes when it comes to dental. My poor kids someday are gonna have terrible, terrible teeth because Cody's enamel on his teeth are terrible as well. This question I get a lot, and it's best places to live in Nashville, moving there next summer. And here is the honest answer, you guys. There is no best place to live in Nashville. I mean, Nashville is a very small city, so no matter where you live, kind of in Davidson County, you're gonna be like 15 minutes from downtown. Some people don't want to be downtown, some people want to be on the west side, and you're gonna hear, no matter who you talk to, people are gonna convince you to move to either this area or this area and this area because X has terrible crime rates, but like Nashville as a whole has terrible, terrible crime rates. Like, I'm just gonna put that one out there, as a city is not the safest city in America. Everyone always talks about it being like honky tonks and, you know, like all this stuff, but I'm just gonna be real with you. We have crime just like every other city has crime. There's no correct answer, so just do your research basically is what I'm saying. Become familiar with the areas, tour, make sure you feel safe where you're moving, look up reviews on Yelp. Like, that's the best thing I can give you. I'm like spilling tea, I feel like. Are you and Cody the jealous type? If so, how do you deal? And to be fair, no, we are both not the jealous type. I know it's gonna surprise a lot of you guys, but Cody doesn't get jealous at all. I like play jealous, you know what I mean? Like, but I really truly don't care. At the end of the day, we trust each other, so we don't get jealous of each other, and we know that we're both working towards the same end goal. At the end of the day, like I said, we just trust each other, and I think that's the most important part of a relationship. Is that mature or what? Are you and Cody getting engaged this year? How the hell would I know that? I've got enough rings. Will you ever release presets, since obviously you love a good Instagram theme? I have a very strict opinion on this because I was so peeved by everyone releasing presets when that was like such a fad. I think there are people who should be doing it, and those are people who are trained in photography, like actually photographers, and like know what they're doing, and they know how to make like a picture look like what you want it to look like, not bringing up the orange saturation and like all that stuff. And the thing that really pisses me off about people selling presets is when they sell someone else's preset but they just tweak it a little bit. Oh, that one pisses me off. Like, that is so illegal. So that being said, no, I don't want to say never, but like, I just don't feel like it's my position to ever sell presets because I'm not a photographer. Do I know how to use Lightroom? Yes. Do I know how to use it well? No. I don't know. It's not the good answer, but that's the truth. Oh my god, there's a squirrel over there. Someone says, are you active? Yes. I go to the gym like 3 times a week, which is like a big deal for me. I haven't been in the past week and a half, which is terrible, but I understand that like obviously life happens and sometimes you can't make it to the gym. And right now I just got over like pink eye, that like the gym was the last thing on my mind, and I think that's okay. I'm gonna promote this, but I did an entire blog post on Amazon activewear, reviewing it all, and I think it did really, really well. And you guys are saying that you loved your leggings that I recommended, so that makes me really, really happy. They don't hurt your vagina when you wear them, which is an amazing thing to have. And there's the tea. Wow, okay, my lighting was terrible that entire time. No one told me. Top travel tips. I can do an entire video on this, I feel like. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments below. Just kidding, that question was, are you an active Kati Alum? Not, are you active? I got too excited there. I apologize. No, honestly, not really. I haven't done anything. Oops, I'm terrible. And then the same girl asked, do you ever wish you had gone to law school? No. Someone said, did you have a post-college depression? Now, this is a really good question because I kind of feel like I did, but I also kind of feel like I didn't. We've got to grow up sometime, and yes, it's kind of sad to wallow on all of the memories you had, but it's also important to not let those memories interfere with the potential that you can have in the place that you live. And that is the biggest regret I feel like I have of living in LA. I was just constantly flying back to Kentucky, trying to party with my friends and stuff, and I really wasn't fully like submersing whatever myself into the Los Angeles like scene. I just always kind of like cared about what was going on back home, and I think it's important to not let you do that, because you don't know how long you're gonna have in some place and with certain people. Why am I so wise? I need to stop that. I have two questions. One's tips for buying and using vintage cameras from thrift stores like Goodwill, and then will you do a video on how to use your 35mm camera? And I have this camera, which I carry around in my handbag every single day. I love it. It's the Olympus Stylus Epic, the Mewju 2. I love it so much. I can do an entire video on the different types of film, the different types of cameras that I have and all that stuff, but like, I just don't feel like am I like in the proper like knowledge field to even talk about that, because I feel like there's a billion people out there and I'm looking like a poser, you know what I mean? But I really do enjoy it. It's been such a fun thing to like learn the past 6 months with Kati, and we've had a lot of fun with it. We've tested out so many different types of film, so I can show you guys all the different types of pictures and the coloring and everything like that, and which films I liked and all that stupid stuff, which cameras I liked, which ones I didn't. Yeah, I don't know if that's like appropriate for me on this channel, but let me know. Please tell me how to get Casey hair. I go to my hairstylist and I was just like, yo, I want dark brown hair, and she gave me dark brown hair. She's really good. I go to Amelia Grace at Local Honey East Nashville. I'll put her stuff in the description box below. She won't take off all of your hair when you say you want like a trim. She'll like literally dust it, and that's how my hair has gotten so long and so healthy. And she also does such a good job at the coloring that it doesn't like super damage my hair and make it feel like hard, you know what I'm saying? What's your current makeup routine? Like I said, I just did an Instagram TV, so I'll link that for you guys. How can you tell you're in a healthy relationship, let's say, versus past ones? Okay, this is actually a really good question, and I think honestly it all boils down to maturity and trust. I was immature, my ex-boyfriends were immature, and my ex-boyfriends and me and all that stuff, we didn't trust each other. So I mean, there you go, there's a shit relationship to begin with. When I started dating Kati, I knew from the second that I met him, like, I can trust this dude. It was amazing. Like, he wakes up every morning trying to make my life easier, and I try to make his life easier. Why am I crying? I like cry so easily when I talk about anything that's like not, do I have cavities? So I love this question. This one is, you're a Gemini, but what is your rising sign? I am a Gemini with a Leo rising and an Aquarius moon. Do you think you'll tie your decor style into your wedding decor vibe one day? I think this is gonna be my last question. And I think I will definitely. Obviously, I don't feel like I'm a classic bride. I think I have a very eclectic style where I just kind of like take whatever I like and I just put it together. And I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Like, I don't want to be that girl that is like boho bride on Pinterest, where it's just like the most basic stuff, you know, where they like copied and pasted it and looks like every other boho bride's wedding. That's not me at all. As you guys know, I like to do things that are so like different. I like to be unique. Even though I'm not really that unique, but like I like to think I am. So I don't know, like I truly have no idea what our wedding will be like, but I do know we want to have our engagement pictures in like, you know, like the ones for like the invitations and stuff, Joshua Tree in Palm Springs, because that's my happy place. If you guys have any predictions of like what kind of bride I'll be someday, let me know in the comments below. I probably will definitely be more of like a greenery girl, more so than flowers. I've never been a flower girl, to be completely honest. Like, flowers have never been my thing. I've always told people not to buy me flowers. So that is the video. But until next time, I will talk to you all later. Bye!